You finished the day. Nothing went wrong. No crisis, no emergency, no real reason to feel this way. And yet, you're completely drained. Not tired the way you get after physical work. Something deeper. The kind of exhaustion that sleep doesn't fully fix. And the worst part? You can't even explain it to anyone without sounding like you're complaining about nothing. Here's what nobody tells you. The smarter you are, the more your brain works against you. And by the end of this video, that sentence is going to make complete sense. Here's what's actually happening. Your brain is not like a muscle that gets tired from use. It's more like a computer that's been running for 72 hours straight with 47 tabs open. No crash, no error message, just slower, heavier, and burning through resources it doesn't have anymore. High-functioning analytical minds don't just process what's in front of them. They process what could happen, what should have happened, what the other person probably meant, what the best response would have been, what might go wrong tomorrow. That's not a flaw. That's a specific cognitive style, and it has a real metabolic cost. The brain accounts for roughly 20% of the body's total energy consumption, despite being only 2% of its mass. But that number shifts dramatically depending on the type of thinking involved. Sustained, self-directed mental effort, planning, evaluating, anticipating, burns through cognitive resources at a significantly higher rate than passive activity. Neuroscientist Mary Helen Immordino-Yang at the University of Southern California has documented how the brain's default mode network, the system responsible for self-reflection, social reasoning, and mental simulation, is disproportionately active in people who score high on measures of complex thinking. It doesn't switch off the way it does in others. It keeps running. The brain that never fully rests is the brain that wakes up already halfway depleted. But there's a second layer to this that makes it worse. Smart people are disproportionately likely to set standards they can't maintain. Not out of arrogance, out of awareness. You can see clearly what excellent looks like. You can map the gap between where you are and where you think you should be. And that gap, held in mind constantly, is its own source of drain. Psychologist Carol Dweck's research on self-perception and performance shows that people with high internal standards who tie their self-worth to outcomes experience significantly more cognitive fatigue than those who don't. Not because they work harder, but because they're running a continuous background evaluation of everything they do. Every task carries a second task, judging whether it was done well enough. That second task never stops. And there's a third thing, the one people talk about the least. High-functioning people are often the ones others rely on for decisions, for clarity, for emotional steadiness under pressure. Every time you're the person in the room who figures it out, you absorb something. Psychologists call it cognitive load transfer. The mental weight that someone else sets down, you pick up, often without realizing it. Over time, that accumulates into something that has no clean name but feels like carrying everyone else's thinking on top of your own. So what do you actually do about this? Two things, specific ones. First, stop treating rest as the absence of work. It isn't. Rest for a high-functioning mind means actively disengaging from evaluative thinking, not just stopping tasks, but stopping assessment. No reviewing the day, no planning tomorrow, no processing conversations. Research on mental recovery consistently shows that the quality of cognitive restoration depends not on hours of inactivity, but on genuine disengagement from self-monitoring. That means activities with no performance component, a walk with no destination, a conversation with no agenda, something made with your hands. The brain needs time where nothing is being judged, including itself. Second, externalize your mental load deliberately. The cognitive weight you're carrying exists largely because it's invisible, held entirely inside your head with no boundary, no container, no edge. Research on cognitive offloading shows that transferring mental content to an external system, a list, a page, a voice memo, measurably reduces the activation load on working memory. This isn't productivity advice, it's neuroscience. Your brain was not designed to simultaneously store, process, and evaluate everything at once. Give it permission to put things down. You're not exhausted because something is wrong with you. You're exhausted because a mind like yours was never designed to run this hard, this continuously, without a real break. 72 hours, 47 tabs, no restart. If this explains something you felt but couldn't name, share it with someone who needs to hear it.